Welcome back YouTube, KRoad17 here with a brand new F1 2019 video. Tonight it is BRL, the league that we are running in multiplayer. We got the Bahrain Grand Prix for our second race of the season. If you haven't seen the first episode of the season, I'd go back and check it out because it was completely crazy. But nevertheless, we're gonna dive right into it. Sitting in the pits with that beautiful papaya McLaren, I would say, but we're gonna get ready to go out for qualifying. Luckily, being in Bahrain, I was, banking on there being no rain, but here we are coming out of the pits now. We're we're still learning how to, get the pace out of the car, get the pace out of learning no assists. So I'm not really pushing too much. I think P15 might be the key here, but gearing up, we're gonna get ready to set our first flying lap. Mr. Beef Baby, I think, is currently sitting P1, so we're gonna dive through. DRS is open right now. Let's see if we can get a good solid lap. Touch the grass a little bit, but we only set a 131.1. So we get on board with our second lap of this evening. Last lap to go, I think, because I actually timed myself completely wrong. I got out of the pits, the second lap I was trying to set, I completely went off track and invalidated my lap. So this was my third attempt, and trying to push the car as best as I can. Currently up Sector 1 green, trying to best a 31.1. We are sitting P15, which is roughly about where I thought I would finish. Second sector of green, not too bad. Let's push and keep going. Maybe we can get a third sector green and bump up to maybe P10. You never know. I'm going to push as hard as I can, maybe improve a little bit. I'm hoping to improve as this season goes on, because the next episode you'll see it's a little, down the drain. But here we go. We set a 1/3. We're a little bit better, so we get up to P12. But that is, I believe, qualifying over. So our teammate actually out-qualifies us for the Bahrain Grand Prix P10, as we end up at P13 with a 130.1. So it's pretty close in the midfield. As you can see, a lot of guys in the 129 area. We're just above 130, but we're gonna dive right into the race. So currently P13 on the grid. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to push to get anything higher than maybe a P12. I might even fall back, but here we are gearing up for the formation lap. We have Bloody Ramrod ahead of us. Nug Life is right next to us. Methodist is right up there, just sitting still, waiting. Doesn't look like Ramrod's gonna go. Actually, finally he takes off, so we're gonna follow through.
Checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Yes, Jeff, we will do that. But going through, just warming these tires up the best I can. A little hard to do through this first couple corners. You don't want to spin the car out, but here we are, gearing up for the start of the race. And as any league driver would know, right now is when the nerves kind of start to set in, especially at tracks like Bahrain, where the turn 1 is almost a 90-degree hairpin. You know somebody is going to hit someone. You hope it's not you.
Keep an eye on the lights. The start sequence.
Jeff got caught up there, so we're gearing up now as the lights come on. Waiting for those 5 red lights. They are lit, ready for them to go out. It is lights out at the Bahrain Grand Prix. It looks like somebody might have jumped the start, so here we are. Wow, Nug Life gets an amazing start, so we're going to follow Bloody Ramrod through here. I kind of lose out to Mullet Man a little bit. Bloody Ramrod goes really wide, so does Pogs. So we're going to try to keep itself clean here. A lot of cars in front of us, don't know kind of where to go. I just want to stay out of everybody's way. I don't want to gather any damage. Adlifer is retired from the race already, so there is one DNF in this Bahrain Grand Prix. We have Henchman right there on our side. Want to keep him clean, don't want to bog him down too much. Henchman goes really wide, as well as Capone. These guys are all just everywhere in this first couple sectors. We want to make sure we keep it clean. But following Henchman up, I think this is probably one of the hardest areas I had on the track gearing up to this race, to try to get this just right. It looks like a lot of other guys are having the same difficulties. So Henchman and I get through there. I don't get tagged in the back just yet.
Let's focus now for the rest of the race.
Will do, Jeff. We have Henchman still ahead of us, so we're going to try to stay with him. He's going to go for a move on Mullet Man. But Mullet Man, you know, blocks him. I don't know what happened there, but Henchman gets a great run and Mullet Man goes wide. So Henchman is flying. We have yellow flags right ahead. So we have to look out. Nuglife looks like he's collected himself, or he's hit the death curve, as I like to call it, the curve on the right there, and has spun himself out. So now we have him right ahead. Can we make a charge? Oh, we have Capone, his teammate, right behind us. Somebody's going for a look. I feel like I got tapped a little bit on the back there. But Nuglife is going to actually pull for a lot of guys pulling for the pit. So we've already gotten ourselves up to P10. Here comes Capone. So I do want to leave him room if he's going to be daring enough to go for it. Doesn't go for it just yet. I lock up really hard. So that's, I mean, these guys up behind me are going to be gearing up to pass me really quickly. I do have a battle ahead of me though. Henchman Slingshot actually gets around me through that, gearing up for this next start-finish line. Teammate is in the pits.
Lap 3 now. DRS has been enabled.
Capone on the inside. I'm going to think about giving him room. I want to give him room. And he just corner cut. Oh, it takes out Henchman. Oh, I got knocked by Slingshot. That chain reaction caused damage to my front wing, and that is not what we were hoping for. I think my strategy is now completely shot. I was hoping to one-stop in this, and I don't think that's gonna happen now. I'm gonna have to pit because this wing damage, you guys can see,
MFD for a new strategy option.
It's killing me in the corners. But there I am setting my new strategy for the race. Not much of a strategy, I think. Our best bet is a possible, you know, P15, but we're gonna dive into the pits here. Looks like somebody went really slow into the pits, but we dove into the pits following him. It was a Mercedes. I wonder if it was Slingshot who got knocked into from that incident. Nevertheless, we dive for the pits and get a new front wing.
Exit now.
So like me or not, just sets the fastest time. They put us on a set of softs, so I wonder maybe we can push for the fastest lap. But
Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
But we do need to keep these tires as long as we can because we're now stuck with a two-stop strategy. But let's see if we can pick up any pace on Henchman.
We're running in excess of fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel to rich.
Maybe gain a little bit of time as we jump on board lap 14. We are currently setting green sectors. We have pitted for the second time. We are now on a set of hards. This was my initial plan, but we do have Nuglife right behind us looking quite pacey. I'm not going to block him.
Gap to car in front is 7.9 seconds.
Nuglife dives for the inside. I'm not going to block him off too much. I want to keep this car on the track. Not looking for a DNF like last week. But we're going to follow. Nuglife makes a clean pass and looks like he's going to take off into the distance. But I'm going to try to stick with him. I do have DRS. Let's see how long I can hold with him. Maybe possibly get, you know, claw my way back up to maybe P14, I guess. But Nuglife is P15, currently running P16, lap 15 of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Let's keep pushing and see how much we can get out of this race. At this point, I was feeling kind of a little frustrated because it was now 2 weeks in a row that I've had incidences. But I mean, league racing, it happens. But as you guys can see, lap 29, we've made it up to P13 due to some unfortunate circumstances. Sinkscar grabs the win for the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we're going to follow through and see how far we can get up. Maybe, I mean, we're currently P13, but penalties do play a factor in league racing, and we have not picked up a single warning for exceeding track limits yet. So I'm going to push this car as I lock up a little bit. As you can tell, these tires started to go off. These tires, I will say, had a on-again, off-again life, where you come out of the pits and they were off.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
But like an on-again, off-again life where they're off and then they turn on and then they turn off again, but then they have a second life. It's kind of strange. But nevertheless, we're going up the hill now, trying to stick with Nuglife because I do believe that Nuglife had a time penalty, or it might be some of the guys ahead of him. I think that Nuglife was actually clean. Now that I remember, Mr. Beef Baby the winner of last week, is stuck behind us. He's had a terrible Grand Prix, so unfortunate for him. But we're gonna push on.
Caution.
We have a caution right ahead of us, right
Someone's
before.
gone off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead.
Yellow flag ahead, but nevertheless, we're gonna cross the line. Where does that bring us? We get P11 out of the Bahrain Grand Prix, just shy of the points, but not too bad of a comeback. So the Ferrari picks up the win. Alfa Romeo in second, Haas third. That's going to bode well for these guys in the combined, or not combined, but the Constructors' Championship. So their teammates are going to be pumped for them, hopefully, if they're nice teammates. But I do believe that my teammate actually got us our first points of the season. So GG to him. I'm trying to help him out, but as you guys can see, he actually finishes sixth. So awesome job to Methodist. We unfortunately are just shy of the points at P11, but there you go. Singscar picks up the win. Cheese Train is in second, followed by Formula Rager in third. Exy in fourth. Good drive for him. Like Me or Not fifth. My teammate in sixth. Henchman in seventh. Nick Face in eighth. Slingshot ninth. Pogs in 10th. But that will do it for this Bahrain Grand Prix with BRL. Go check them out if you guys have a chance. Thank you so much for viewing this video. If you like it, hit subscribe. But until then, I will keep you informed. We're going to send you off with the race highlights from this Bahrain Grand Prix.